ever been overwhelmed by a huge pile of data, not knowing how to make sense of it? Or struggle to communicate complex information clearly and effectively? Well, you are not alone. In a world driven by data, the ability to quickly turn raw numbers into meaningful insights is more important than ever. And that's where Tableau comes in. Tableau is one of the leading data visualization tools in the industry, trusted by organizations around the globe. It helps you connect to your data, explore it, and share insights in just a few clicks. So whether you're a beginner just getting started with analytics or a professional data scientist, Tableau makes it easy to turn your data into beautiful, interactive, and shareable dashboards. So, if you're ready to transform your data and level up your analytical skills, stick around. In this video, we will show you how to get started with Tableau, create amazing visualizations, and make the most out of your data. So let's dive in. But before that, as you are interested in the field of data analytics, check out Simplilearn's #1 ranked data analyst certification program in collaboration with IBM. This action-packed course is designed to equip you with cutting-edge skills in SQL, Python, R, data visualization, and predictive analytics, all while working on real-world projects. With live classes by industry experts, exclusive masterclasses from IBM, and hands-on hackathons, you will gain the confidence and expertise to excel in the fast-growing world of data analytics. Don't wait. Join thousands of learners and take your career to the next level. Link to the course in the description box and pinned comments.
Welcome back, everyone. In today's video, we are diving into Tableau, one of the most powerful data visualization tools available. Data analyst or just curious about creating interactive dashboards. This video will provide a solid foundation in using filters and calculations within Tableau. First, let's briefly discuss what Tableau is. Tableau is a data visualization tool that transforms complex data into accessible interactive visuals. It's known for its intuitive interface, flexibility, and robust data preparation features. This tool is especially useful for creating dynamic dashboards, enabling users to uncover insights and make informed decisions. Here, this is a Tableau sample dashboard. As you can see, we have a map here. We have total sales here. This is our KPIs here. We can also see the colored KPIs here. See how it works. I'm only hovering over accessories right now. Now, look at the map. Map is already filtered down with accessories, sales, and profit. Look at the appliances. See how individual line charts, map, and the KPI numbers are changing by simply hovering over to the name of subcategories. Similarly, we can go ahead and click on map. As soon as we click on map, it will take us to another page, which is linked to our Tableau dashboard. Similarly, see here, this is a small sample how Tableau dashboards work. As we have seen right now, Tableau dashboard is an intuitive interface. It offers us customizability and flexibility while creating visualizations. We will see how it allows us for data preparation and data publishing too. Let's talk about filters in Tableau. Filters in Tableau allow us to narrow down the data we are analyzing by focusing only on a specific subset. Imagine you're analyzing a sales data set and you want to view your data only for one region or a particular time frame. This is where filters come in. Different types of filters: extract filters, data source filters, context filters, and filters applied on dimensions and measures. Let's see these filters one by one. First, extract filters. Extract filters let you define what data is included when you first connect your data to your data source. This can help keep your Tableau workbook fast and efficient, especially with large data set. As we can see here, we have two types: live and extract connection. We are talking about extract, and yes, this is a filter. But what kind of filter it is? If we go ahead with the extract filter here, it says extract will contain all data. We will go ahead and click on edit here. See, within the data storage, we have the logical table. Within the filters here, we get the option to add the filter to any of the dimensions and measures available. We can also go ahead and aggregate the data set up to a certain year. We can also limit the import of the data set while connecting with it, whether you want all the rows, maybe some top rows, and or maybe we're extracting a sample. We also have an option here for incremental refresh, meaning as soon as our data gets updated, the dashboard will be updated automatically too. This is creating extract. If we wish to go ahead, we can apply any of these filters here. Currently, I'm looking for all the rows to be extracted as it is. Let's go ahead and save the settings. The extract is going to contain all the data till the date, time, and stamp. We'll go ahead and save. We'll get to save the workbook, you must either create the extract or click cancel and use a live connection. Live connection it is always going to follow the whole file path to reach the Excel sheet or CSV or any other data source that we are connected with. Extract here, this particular filter will extract or create a subset of the data set up to that particular date, time stamp. Plus, this extract will also save a small summary of the data set and attach it within the Tableau workbook. We'll click on Create Extract. The moment we click on Create Extract, observe here, the date, time stamp is here. We do have an option to either edit or refresh it moving forward. Now we can go ahead and save. Now you can see that here, the save as type is Tableau packaged workbook. Meaning, this particular workbook not only contains the charts, but it also contains the extract. And now here, we can see we have the whole data set with the extract here. This is the first extract filter. Second is data source filter. As the name suggests, data source filters are applied across the entire data source which has been extracted currently within the Tableau workbook. Meaning that every sheet we create will use this filtered data. From where we can apply this, on the right hand upper corner, we can see just beside the extract, it says filters, 0 and add. From here, we are going to click on add. When you click on add, it says that edit data source filters. The current data set that we have here is a very popular sample superstore data set. This is a transactional data set from various different states within US. So let's go ahead and add a filter. As soon as we click on add filter will open up. Within the add filter, you can easily see the list of all the column names are here. We can apply any filter on any dimension or measures present within this list. Let's go ahead and apply the filter for region. Click OK here, and a very familiar dialog box opens up. We can see here we have got 4 types of filter here: general, wildcard, condition, and top. Since region is a dimension, that is a categorical variable, or you can say a general text column. These are types of filters within dimension. Let's go ahead and say that we would only like to see the data from central and west. We have checked on central and west here. Let's click on OK. So we have added one filter right now. In the similar fashion, we can go ahead and add more. In the region, we are keeping central and west. We click OK. Now, before I go ahead and click OK, I would like you to pay attention here. Look at this. We have 22 fields and 10,194 rows. The moment we will click OK here, observe the difference. As soon as we click OK, you can observe here, now we have only 5,588 rows. We can also see now the row ID is not continuous, meaning the data has been filtered out only for 2 regions. Let's check the charts. Look at this. We have only central and west. Here also we have only central and west. Every sheet that we have used is now applying the filter that we have applied on this data source here. The third type of filter is context filters. Then we have context filters, which create a separate subset of data that other filters will act upon. This is particularly useful when you are working with dependent filters where one filter needs to impact another. Let's take an example. Let's say we want to see top 3 subcategories within each category by sales. For that to happen, first we need to go ahead, subcategory here, and then sales, drag and drop here. We'll do the basic application of sorting, having the marked labels and viewing this in the entire view. Now we need only top 3 subcategories within each category by sales. Let's bring category also into colors. Once we bring category into colors, now we can see that we have furniture, office supplies, and technology as the 3 categories. Here is the example for context filter. We want to see top 3 subcategories within each category by sales. Currently, we have subcategory by sales here. If we go ahead, the subcategory drop down, we want to apply a dimension filter. We will go ahead and apply filter here. Within this dimension filter, we have 4 types: general, wildcard, condition, and top. We want to see top 3. So we go to top here. By field, we say top 3. Within top 3, sales, sum, we are good. Now we'll go ahead, click on apply. We can see top 3 and click OK. This is step 1. But these top 3 belong to all the 17 subcategories that we have. Top 3 includes only 2 categories, furniture and technology. If I highlight furniture, I have only top 2. Within technology, I have just top 1. Meaning, first we need to go ahead and filter down the category that we are looking for. And on the basis of that, we want subcategory top 3 filter to act. So let's bring category into filters. For now, let's check only one, that is furniture. We click OK here. Now when I check only on furniture here, we see only 2, chairs and tables, but we need to see top 3. So let's go to the drop down here, click on show filter, and here we have the 3 filters. If we uncheck furniture and check on office supplies, we don't have anything in top 3 because currently it is applying top 3 filter first and then a normal category check and check filter here. At this point, we will go ahead and make the category as context. As soon as we add category filter into the context here by simply going to the drop down, you will find within the filters pane here, the category has turned gray. And then we have subcategory. Let's check whether the stepwise will work now. This should be step number 1 and this should be step number 2. So here, let's check on furniture first. And now we can see top 3 in furniture. Let's convert this show filter so that we can select only one at a time. Currently, these check boxes, let's convert these check boxes into a single value radio buttons. So this is top 3 furniture, top 3 within office supplies, and top 3 within technology. This is context filter. Filters can be applied directly on dimensions as we have seen right now with subcategory and category here. We can also apply filters on measures like sales value for more tailored view. Let's see an example. This is an example for measures filter. As you can see, we have a state into the columns and we have added profit onto the y-axis, that is rows. We have category into the color card. We are looking at sales, we are looking at profit for each state. Let's say we only want to see loss-making states here so that we can figure out the decision that can propel us forward with profitability. That we have to apply filter on profit, that is a measure. We go to the drop down here, we click on filter. Is the measure filter, which allows us range of values, at least a number or at most a number. These are wildcards for null values, non-null values, or all the values that we are looking for. Let's go to the range of values here. We only want to see anything that is not profitable, meaning we are looking into negative numbers right now. We can go ahead and delete this and type 0. We are looking at a range right now. As soon as I click outside, you can see the range has been selected. Let's click on apply here and OK. Now you can see we are looking at only loss-making categories within each state. And remember that our source here can be filtered by data source filter 2. This is an example for measures filter. Now let's talk about calculations in Tableau. Calculations in Tableau enable us to go beyond basic filtering and transform our data by creating custom fields and aggregations. They're essential for deriving new insights without altering the original dataset. This includes functions for aggregation like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. We also have advanced statistical function to do regression and statistical modeling. The types of calculations that we are going to see are basic calculations, level of detailed calculations, and table calculations. See an example of basic calculation. Let's figure out the profit ratio for individual subcategory. So we need subcategory here into the rows. We have the name here. Now we can have sales and profit both. So here I'm double clicking on sales and double clicking on profit. So we have profit and sales here. But now we are looking for a very simple calculation, that is profit divided by sales, a profit ratio calculation. To do the calculation here, we will go to a drop down here. We can create a calculated field. We are going to name this here as profit. Now here, let's say, we have two options. Either we can drag and drop from here. We can also drag and drop measures from here. We also have an option to simply go ahead and write what we are looking for. So let's do a basic calculation where we are going to drag and drop sum of profit, meaning the aggregated profit, which we are dividing it by aggregated sales, that is sum of sales. Meaning we will be dividing 41K by 167K here for individual subcategory. So sum here is an aggregate calculation, but what we are doing here by using the aggregate calculation, that is a very simple basic division. First we click on apply. It says the calculation is valid. You can also find the profit ratio has been added up here. Here at the left hand bottom corner. Now we can go ahead and click OK. Let's double click on profit ratio 2. We can also add it within measure values and it will appear here. Yes, it is 0. It cannot be true. Absolutely not, because it has to be percentage. What we are getting here is the decimal places. So let's convert this profit ratio into percentage. So we are going to the drop down here, default properties and number format. We'll ask it to keep always in percentage with 2 decimal values. And see, here we have profit ratio. This is an example for a basic calculation. This is our basic calculation. Now let's see an example for LOD calculation. LOD is level of detail calculation. Level of detail calculations, that is LOD calculations, are more advanced. They allow you to perform calculations at different levels of details within the data, such as calculating average sales per customer for an individual region or calculating a simple average sales across the regions, or showing totals at a specific group level. Let's take an example. If we would like to see region-wise sales, by default, the aggregation is sum of sales. Here, we can simply go to drop down and convert aggregate measure from sum to average. This is again a very basic calculation where we are changing the aggregation from sum to average. Similarly, we have other statistical aggregate calculations available here. This average sales that has been calculated, it is calculated on the basis of the total sales divided by individual region rows, number of rows present in every region. So we have these numbers here. Let me write these numbers inside. We would like to see average sales per customer within each region. Meaning, we need to go ahead and total the sales for each region and divide up that sales. Now here, we would like to see sales divided by total number of customers. Total number of customers for each region. For each region. We will be calculating average again, but this time it will be for total customers for each region, not the total number of transactions. So currently what we have here is total number of transactions. Let's go ahead and see how we can do that by using LOD. We'll go again to create calculated field, and here we are going to go ahead and do the LOD calculation that is going to include customers. We are going to use include LOD here. Include. As we can see on the right hand side here, it gives us an example for include LOD. We first need to write dimensions and then the aggregate expression that we are looking for. The dimension that we are looking for is the customer ID because we want to divide it by the number of customer ID. We give a colon here and we ask it to go ahead and calculate average of sales. Just remember to encompass the whole thing into curly brackets. This particular LOD calculation, this include LOD calculation is going to include customer ID, and as per for individual customer ID, it will calculate average sales. Let's click on apply and OK. This is LOD customers. Let's take this into the rows. Now let's look at the average sales by each customer, and by default we have sum of LOD customers. If you will see the actual sum here, all right, you can see the sum is totally different. This is the sum of sales, this is also sum of sales, but by individual customer ID. Now let's convert both of them into calculating average. The first average is average by the number of transactions within each regions. The second average here is by average according to the number of customers in that region. You can see the slight differences in the numbers here. So we have forced, with the help of LOD, to calculate average only by dividing it up by total number of customers in that particular region. LOD has wonderful uses in advanced and multi-level calculations. Next here is table calculations. Table calculations are integral part of Tableau or any other data visualization tools. Table calculations here are applied to data that is already aggregated in the view. They help answer questions like what's the percentage of product sales for each region, or how does this month's sales compare to last month? Let's see an example. Let's bring order date where we have extracted only year Let's take year and quarter both. Let's look at profitability. Usually, this is a time series, so we'll have a line chart automatically here. For now, I'm not looking for a line chart, so we go to show me and we ask here to just show a normal column chart here, which we can swap the X as well. Remember that we cannot sort this here. Reason is it should be sorted in its own time series sequence. Next is, let's see how we have performed as compared to previous quarter. We go to sum of profit here. Remember, this was aggregate functions. We will go below here, and here we will have table calculations. We do have quick table calculations. We also have add table calculation here. For now, let's go to add table calculation. As you can see right now, the first calculation type is difference from. Now we have the options here, either across the table, meaning from here, cell, and specific dimensions. We'll go to specific dimensions and table across. Within the specific dimensions, we'll say quarter of order date relative to previous quarter. Sort order, it will be specific dimensions only. You can also go ahead and set a custom order too. Currently, we go with a specific dimension because it's a time series. As you can see, there is no OK button. It means the difference is automatically applied. We have other options here like percentage difference from. This is much better. We do have percent of total, rank, percentile, running total, and other calculations too. Currently, we have changed this into percentage difference from previous quarter. Let's close this off and look at the numbers. It means that on 2021 quarter 2, we have achieved 185% as compared to previous quarter. And this is 15.7% from previous quarter. You don't have to do any separate calculations here. We can see the calculation by simply going to the drop down. This is an example for table calculation. Let's see now how filters and calculations work together in Tableau. Suppose we are analyzing a company's quarterly sales across multiple regions. We're going to start by filtering data to show only regions we are interested in. Then these calculations both are average sales per product line or per subcategory. Let's see an example. Let's create a shape map. To create a map here, we will go ahead and get country into the details card, state into the details card. We'll go to show me here and we click on the shape map. Currently, this map is only recognizing the position of each state. Now, let's go ahead and we would like to see here average sales. Let's bring sales into the color card. As we can see, the highest sales and the lowest sales will bring up the numbers too. As we know, the aggregate calculation has to be changed to look at the average sales. We go to the drop down here and we convert the sum of sales to average sales here. Now this is the average sales for each transaction happened in that particular state. This is sales. What if I would like to see here only the regions that we are interested in? So let's go ahead and apply a filter, which we can change and view only the region we are interested in. To apply the filter, we drag and drop region into the filters card. Let's say I'm interested in here within central region. I click on apply and OK. Currently, we're only looking into central region. We want to keep changing. We go to the drop down and show the filter. So within the filters card, show the filter. Now we have all the 4 regions here. To make it easy selection, we go with single value list. That is a radio buttons. We can select one at a time. See it changing. We are interested in east. We are zoomed in. south, and west. So we are looking at average sales within each state, and we are filtering that state by individual regions. And that's a wrap on our explanation of filters and calculations in Tableau. We covered how to apply different types of filters, use basic and advanced calculations together to analyze data dynamically. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more Tableau and data visualization tips. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.
And that's a wrap on today's video. We hope you have got a better understanding of how Tableau can turn raw data into clear and interactive insights. So if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tips and tutorials. Drop any questions or topics you'd like to see in the comment section. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.
Hi there, if you like this video, subscribe to the Simplilearn YouTube channel and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.